Hey guys, welcome back to another RID recap. Now, I know you're probably all wondering what happened. What happened to the recap from yesterday? Um, a couple things happened yesterday that I will be not discussing on this video, but in my vlog. Expect the vlog to be posted probably after my throwback review, which will be posted today as well as this video. So expect that. So maybe expect the vlog tomorrow or something. Expect it around next week. So that's my plan for that one. But anyway, yes, we have another RID recap, and this time it is the season finale. It is part 1 of the season finale, Battlegrounds. And Battlegrounds is basically, like I said, part 1 of the season 1 finale. And we first start off with Strongarm and Sideswipe playing tag for some reason. I have no idea why. I don't know if it's a training exercise or if it's just a Autobot activity or Nerf activity that they learned. Either way, okay. Sideswipe gets a little bit angry about Strongarm basically, beating him in the tag, and he basically tries again, and ultimately he gets captured by Underbite and Thunderhoof. And Strongarm's about to get captured, but we cut and we go to Optimus Prime as he still is being trained by Micronus Prime in the realm of the Primes. Finally, thank you that we got back to that, because we haven't seen Optimus a lot throughout this season. I mean, we've seen him a couple times, but not a whole lot. And I'm thankful that we got to see an action scene. And I actually really like this action scene. This was pretty cool, and I like to see what he's being trained and how he's being trained and how he's growing as a leader. And Micronus is basically saying, it's like, what do you want, a standing ovation? You expose your move. You can't do that. And Optimus gets a little bit ticked. He's like, look, I've been doing this for so long. I believe I can handle anything. But Micronus is like, I'll tell you when you're ready. And then it begins. The realm of the Primes turns purple, which is the sign of evil. And Micronus is basically telling Optimus, it is coming, and you are not ready. Kind of like it's like, you are not ready, Jedi. You are not ready to face Darth Vader, Luke. So then we cut back to Strongarm, Thunderhoof, and Underbite chasing Strongarm, and Fracture is the one who ultimately captured Strongarm by surprise, and the Decepticons take Strongarm and Sideswipe back to their base, and Bumblebee, Grimlock, and Drift are attempting a rescue mission, as well as Windblade, who returns back for the season finale, and she's basically saying that she feels like she's supposed to be here, but at the same time, her whole senses have changed once she got to the base, and now she's going on a recon. And Bumblebee, now I mentioned this in one of my Transformers updates on the Beau show. There's a scene that I said would connect Rescue Bots and Robots in Disguise together. It was very quick, but he says it. Bumblebee says, "Let's roll the rescue." Wait, somebody's already using that line. Never mind. So that tells me that Rescue Bots and Robots in Disguise are in the same universe, which means that Rescue Bots now has more meaning. And now I really have more questions regarding Rescue Bots Season 4 and where that goes. So that's going to be very interesting, and I'm liking that they're connecting those worlds together. So very, very nicely done. Kind of Marvel-esque in a connection. So anyway, they're going off on their mission, and then after that, Denny, Clay, and Fixit are basically guarding the base, and Steeljaw is basically back at the base, and he's telling Fracture to go fetch Fixit for them, because he might have some potential use. And Steeljaw has been summoned back from the first Decepticon, and the first Decepticon is basically telling Steeljaw to basically build him a portal so he can come back to their dimension and rule. And Steeljaw is basically telling him, we're doing all we can, we're getting all the materials, and Megatronus is basically saying, look, I need to get this done now. And then we cut back to Optimus Prime again in the realm of the Primes, and we are introduced to the Primes. And we don't really get the clarification on who's who, but from what I understand from TF Wiki, the Prime that is talking to Optimus Prime, the one in the middle, that is apparently Vector Prime, and that's cool. I like that. And Optimus is basically convincing the Primes that he needs to go back to Earth. He needs to face this evil that is coming. And to do that, and this is actually a really cool thing that they did, and I'm really surprised that they did it. Apparently, the only way for Optimus to defeat this new Decepticon is that he must have all the powers of the Primes. All the powers must become one, and he must summon them. And Optimus says, begin the transfer. And all the Primes give Optimus all their powers, and Optimus gets a brand new body. He gets a brand new colors, he gets a brand new look, and now he is so-called Optimus Supreme, from what his toy is saying, but I'm going to call him Optimus Supreme because that sounds a lot cooler and makes more sense. So yeah, he gets all the powers and he is summoned back to Earth. And then we cut back to Windblade. This is the one thing I kind of hate about this episode. We keep cutting back to certain things. It's like he becomes a Prime, now we're cutting back here, and then we're going back to Prime, and now we're going back to Bumblebee. It gets a little bit repetitive. Repetitive, but I understand. Windblade looks over Steeljaw's base. She too gets captured by Steeljaw's pack, and now it's 3 Autobots that are captured. And then Fracture is then coming to the Autobots' base, and Denny finds that one of his friends, Hank, is apparently at the door, and she basically gives him a baseball card or something like that, and she goes, oh, yeah, goodbye. And apparently she comes back, and she wants that card back. And they open the door and everything, and once he gives the card, it apparently was a hologram, and it wasn't the real Hank. The real Hank left, but a hologram of Hank came, and Fracture captures the humans, and Fixit ultimately saves them, and then something huge happens. When they go into the restaurant to protect themselves, and they come right back out to fight, apparently Fracture is already defeated, but by who? None other than Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is finally back on Earth, and he basically asks Fixit where's Bumblebee, and they go and fight with Denny, Clay, and Russell, and they both go fight the Decepticons with Optimus Prime included. And Bumblebee, Grimlock, and Drift are basically going after Steeljaw's gang to stop them from activating the portal. And then we get this montage of action scenes. We get Grimlock fighting Clampdown, we got Bumblebee fighting Thunderhoof, we got Drift fighting Underbite. It was an all-out brawl, and it was a pretty cool brawl in my opinion. And they ended off with Steeljaw opening the portal, and Optimus Prime comes at the last second. He takes out his sword and he tries to destroy the portal, and then ultimately the first Decepticon comes through, and it is none other than Megatronus himself. And that is it. That's the end of the episode, and I like this episode. This was pretty cool, and I cannot wait to see the last episode for this season, and cannot wait to review the entire season for you guys. That's right, I'm going to review the entire season for you guys once we wrapped up with all these recaps, so I can give you my overall impression on Season 1. So that's it for this recap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What do you guys think of Battlegrounds Part 1? Did you like the battles, and do you like the Rescue Bots and RID tie-in? Leave in the comments below. That's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and next video will be a throwback review, and then we'll have a vlog, and then I will be gone, and we'll discuss some things that are happening on this channel. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, we end on these videos. Beau out.